So here's something else I've been thinking about is um, what is the end goal for the Democrats? What do they even want? On the surface, they'll say things like, "Oh yeah, we just want everyone to be happy and be free and have money and all, prosperity and all that." But um, you can judge them by their fruits. That's obviously not what they're doing. The Democrats will defend criminals, people doing bad things, things that are obviously bad, and they will defend them. What I want to say is the Democrats they want Barabbas. That's what they want. They want Barabbas. If they had to choose between Jesus or releasing some criminal, they'd pick the criminal because that's what they are. That is how the people of this world think. They don't want Jesus. They don't want that. You can tell by the propaganda, the brainwashing, the things they say, the things they've been saying, or especially over the last 5 to 10 years, that they want Barabbas. That is what they want. They don't care about good. They call good evil and evil good. Things that are obviously good morals, like good Christian values, they oppose all of that, literally all of it. They're just basically anti-Bible, anti everything. I think that should be fairly obvious. That is exactly what they stand for. I'm not just talking about like trans stuff, LGBT, abortion, just like, yeah, like basically, like a lot of evil. And so if they had a choice between Jesus or Barabbas, if they had a choice today, I'm afraid the Democrats would choose Barabbas. Especially if the conservatives chose Jesus. If the conservatives are going to choose Jesus, then the Democrats are obviously going to choose Barabbas. And this was particularly clear after Charlie Kirk died, after he was assassinated. Based on their reaction, based on the reaction of people on the far left, it was very obvious that given the choice, they would have chosen Barabbas because they did not want Jesus. They don't want goodness. They don't want good values, moral. They don't want that. No. They just want evil. They want evil. On the surface, they'll say they want good, but they don't even know what good is. They don't even know what it means to be good. Their idea of virtue and goodness is completely warped, and unfortunately it will keep getting worse. And I don't know, I can't predict the future. I don't know what's going to happen in this country, but the farther left they push, the crazier they get, the more radicalized and brainwashed they get, the more they start jumping in front of ICE and doing all sorts of crazy stuff that is just plain insane. The more you will end up with like a far right extremist group that's also not a good idea. But you're just going to get the left and the right just getting further and further apart. And ultimately, as a Christian, what you should be doing is just being a Christian. That's it. Just serving the Lord. And that does not mean being a hardcore MAGA Republican either. None of those things are true. You should definitely not be a Democrat. And once again, even if you do vote Republican, do not be some crazy hardcore MAGA Republican, because once again, that is not a Christian position either. Just stick to the Bible, pray that God gives you wisdom on how to live correctly, and that would mean not getting too involved in politics. So, yep, anyway, that's all I want to say. See ya.